Storm Alert Weather 12 with Chief Meteorologist Matt Hoffman.
Another cloudy, foggy start for many of our inland valleys, especially on the west side. As the air mass dries out and we move into the weekend, also there'll be a little bit more wind picking up in the region. We should see the clouds becoming less stubborn, including in the Rogue Valley. So generally looking at a warming trend into the weekend. The rest of southern Oregon and northern California, the coast, higher terrain, we're going to continue to enjoy sunshine and mild temperatures, but big changes on the way for next week. The return of rain and even higher elevation snow. For today on your Friday, we'll see some breaks of sunshine trying to get going. Now, definitely we could see some areas in our west side valleys just stuck in the clouds once again today, but generally expecting mostly sunny skies on the east side, up to 54 in Klamath Falls, 58 in Lakeview. We'll make it into the 60s in Mount Shasta, and a balmy December day along the coast. Brookings, you folks getting up to about 66 degrees for today. Here's a look at futurecasts. A few passing high clouds, mostly sunny, except where we are contending with valley clouds and fog. As we head into Saturday, still going to be dealing with some low clouds and fog in some of our inland valleys, but otherwise lots of sunshine through the afternoon on your Saturday. A weak system on Sunday could bring a shower to the coast, but most of the region will stay dry. Then things look to change as we head into early next week. A closer look at your weekend headlines. Bright skies, mainly dry weather for most of the region. We're just going to be contending still with some areas of clouds and fog in the morning, but we should see the clouds and fog in our west side valleys, including the Rogue Valley, becoming less pesky as we go through the weekend. Chilly in the mornings, also awfully cold on the east side, but afternoon highs will generally be very mild and well above average for the coast. Look at these temperatures, well above 60 for today, and still by Sunday, highs up around 60. Slight chance of a stray shower for the Rogue Valley. Expecting clouds and fog to be less persistent as we go through the weekend. Milder temperatures, highs into the 50s for the basin. Mornings will stay cold, but afternoons will be well above average, climbing into the 50s through the weekend. And then wet weather returning next week with a series of storm systems to keep an eye on. Here's a look at that 7-day forecast. Mostly sunny, some increased clouds for the coast on Sunday, slight chance of a shower, but rain more likely on Monday. We'll also look for winds to pick up next week. Northern California, pretty quiet stretch of weather overall. And then temperatures looking to cool off a bit more as we head through the middle of next week, and looking at several rounds of precipitation and even some higher elevation snow for the basin. Mornings stay cold into the weekend, but afternoons mild with highs in the 50s. For the mountains, as that first system moves in on Monday, mainly looking at rain. Snow levels will be very high, even looking at rain up at Crater Lake, but snow levels do look to come down through the middle of the week. Finally, going to get some snow up at Crater Lake and some of our higher terrain in the Rogue Valley in the meantime. Still going to be contending with fog and clouds, especially in the mornings, but temperatures trending up through the weekend.